Good morning. Obviously, I filmed this on a different day than yesterday because I have a different hat on. I hope you're doing well on this Saturday. I'm going to actually turn us towards Psalm 63 today. I know that's not in order, and we're going to return again to our orderly march through the Psalms starting in Psalm 38 next week. But I've been thinking a little bit about worship, and I've been thinking about how important it is right now for us. This is the psalmist in Psalm 63. He says this, "You, God, are my God. Earnestly I seek you. I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you in a dry and parched land where there is no water." It's an interesting time, right? Many of our paths to comfort, distraction, escape, even joy have been cut off in this pandemic. Can't go to the beach, going to the lake. We have to ask questions, movies, gym, out with friends. Kind of a carefree existence. Those things are gone for this season, discernibly different than any season before this. It feels a little bit like a dry and parched land where there is no water. The psalmist feels that way too. He is seeking God in this moment. He's turning to God. He's consciously turning to God. And then he remembers, "I've seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and your glory." That's verse 2. "Because your love is better than life, my lips will glorify you." He's engaging his imagination and his memory. I think he's recalling times in the temple or maybe in personal worship where he's been overcome with God's presence, where God was real to him, where God met him in real ways. He describes beholding God's power and glory, and also this sense of God's love, because your love is better than life. So he's remembering that he's felt God's love tangibly. And so he's actively now turning his lips to glorify God in this moment. And then he says, "I'll praise you as long as I live, and in your name I'll lift up my hands. I will be satisfied as with the richest of foods. With singing lips my mouth will praise you." I guess I'm thinking in these days, as we lean into regathering in a few weeks, as we lean into the stream tomorrow, even on this day, on this Saturday, to consciously be creating space where we remember God's goodness, where we intentionally turn our thoughts to Him, and where we decide we intend to worship Him. Out of our conviction that His love is better than life, we move into a place of worship. We think about God's goodness, His power, His glory, His love, how He's met us in the past. We've all been working this out. I'm sure you have too, but we can wake up in pretty agitated places and not leave our homes, and so we stay in that place. It's like, how can we create just a little bit of space every day to actively engage our hearts, our minds, our imaginations with thinking about God and His goodness and His love? Perhaps remembering how He's met us, but also saying, this is good for my soul. This is how I find some solace, some food, some engagement with God, where I get water, if I'm in a parched place, I get water. I get living water, believing that Jesus will meet us. So let me encourage you this day, tomorrow as we stream, as we move back towards gathering, to really be engaging your worship muscle as a way of dealing with a time where the land is dry and parched. Grace and peace to you.